I lost the roll. Okay. Top 8 Dan. I mean, that's pretty good. When you got top 8 right in your name, you know you're good. So, another one of these hands that looks really good if we had, I don't know, Noble Hierarch Vial or something. But no turn 1 play means turn 1 pass, turn 2 Thalia. We're actually not even close to casting Mantis Rider because we're actually 2 lands away, which, you know, is even more troubling. So we have to toss this one, which is unfortunate. Oh my. We've got the flood. I mean, I think we have to keep this one, but if we flood out from here, we lose. I want to ask you all, would you keep this? I think you have to, because I think going down to 5 and hoping to get a hand like this, because with 2 discards, you would be keeping 2 lands, a Vial, a Champ, and a Reflector Mage, and I think you'd be like, okay, this is a hand I definitely have to keep. And then it doesn't get a ton better than this going down to 5 if you want 2 lands, so I don't think you can toss this. All right, Jake says mullet. I think he's wrong. I think you have to keep it. Let's talk about a good turn, a good mull 5 hand. You want 2 lands. You want a 1-drop, so we'll say an Ether Vial. There's 3 of them. Then you could get a slight upgrade on the other 2 cards, but I don't think enough to make it worth mulling for 5, and it could go way worse. So I kind of agree with you, Jake. I don't think this hand wins a lot of games, but I think it gets too much worse from here to make it mullable. And then if you go to 4, you're just dead no matter what. Oh, we got a Hogaak, it looks like. This is actually not bad for Hogaak. Being able to send him back with a Reflector Mage is not terrible. I mean, we're a pretty bad game 1 against Hogaak anyway, so I'm not as sad with the fact that we had to mulligan and we didn't get an ideal hand. Ooh, okay. Things are looking better now. That definitely helps. There's actually a decent chance that next turn I'll play both the Champ and the Lieutenant. Like, I'd rather not. I'd rather get a different 2-drop. But that going into turn 3 Reflector Mage bouncing a Hogaak isn't the worst. Though he does have 2 Vengevines. I didn't notice that. Okay, overlooked that. That is very troubling. That means we probably lose unless we can find a deputy. Vengevines are maybe worse than Hogaak for our deck, because Hogaak we can handle with Meddling Mage and Reflector Mage, and neither of them handle Vengevines very well. So it's really just, I've got 2 deputies. Will I find them before those Vengevines just destroy me? Now, post sideboard, we have 3 Auric Champions to kind of slow them down a little bit. We have the 3 traps to just, I mean, I would have instantly trapped that. 2 Vengevines, Faithless Looting, trap. That's enough of that. Ah, okay. That doesn't make me too sad, actually. We get a land. Let's take this one. Yeah, that's not actually the worst. Like, that means that he can't kill one of our actual threats. So I'm kind of okay with that. Alright, it is our turn. But he is waiting. I think that's even better. So I think we want to just go Champ into Freebooter. We get a good look at the hand. Freebooter's not great in this matchup, but maybe our opponent will just happen to have one of the few removal spells it has, say the other Assassin's Trophy or something. And then we can also see if Vengevine's coming out next turn. Okay. Vengevine might come out depending on what he draws, but he doesn't have a good hand here. That's not terrible for us. Okay, if someone could explain to me why these are all doubled, I would love that. Okay. Yeah. So here we go. Next turn, a lieutenant looks super strong. Or maybe even if he like somehow top decks a Hogaak and plays it. Does he have enough? We could reflector mage that into lieutenant. That would be almost better. All right. He played a blooming marsh, which he didn't have, so that he just drew. Okay. All right. So he is going to get to empty those lands out of his hand, most likely, or just hit something even crazy. What did he put in there? The third Vengevine. Congratulations, my friend. 3 Vengevines in there. That's pretty solid. So we really just need to be super fast here. Like, 3 Vengevines are going to come out and destroy me. Another lieutenant or an image here would be amazing, and we could just boosh, blast through before he can get set up. Hierarch, not really all that relevant here. I think I would even rather play the lieutenant first to buff it with the hierarch rather than vice versa. Yeah, let's do it that way. All right, but this is still not the worst. Like, between this turn and the next turn, I guess there's a chance he has Stitcher and another creature. And if he does, things are going to be difficult. But as it stands, the champ is going to be a 5, so I'll do 7 here, which is pretty solid. Put him down to 8. And then the freebooter is doing 3 a turn. So a 3-turn clock after that, even if he gets 3 Vengevines. It's interesting. Okay. Swing in for 7. And get close. All right. 3-turn clock with the booter, even if he gets the Vengevines. If he doesn't get the Vengevines, he is done. If he Hogaaks, he is done. Okay. That tells me he's got it. I don't think he would just throw him out. Well, I guess maybe he has to because he's going to lose otherwise. But my guess is that he does, or that this person does have another answer. Yep. Here's the second Stitcher. And here come all the Vengevines. Please get a Hogaak that you want to tap out for. Off the Stitcher. All right. What's the Stitcher thrown in? Nothing of interest. Okay. So, Deputy off the top is business. Oh, never mind. Carrying Feeder is absolutely brutal for my deck because it makes it so hard to use Deputy well. So much so that I can see myself throwing the Carrying Feeder back and hoping that I hit a Deputy after that. We're still on the 3-turn clock, but he or this person is on a very fast clock. Oh my. I don't think I want to. Well, if I block with a Deputy, the clock goes up to 4 turns. I mean, if I block with the Noble, if I take 12 and go to 8, what am I even hoping for? This is really bad. He's got 3 blockers right now. If I roll in with everyone, he'll actually, wait. If I bounce 1, if I bounce the Carrying Feeder, and I roll in with those 3, okay, Carrying Feeder can't block. So I bounce the Stitcher Supplier. He has 1 blocker. He blocks the 5/5 He takes 2, 3, 4, 5. Goes to 3. And I don't need the noble for that plan. But if I go to 8, then I block him with the noble next time. Block one of those, and then I die. I don't know. If I only take 8, I go to 12. Still, the carrying feeders beat me. I mean, the Vengevines are beating me. No matter how I slice this one. Unless I throw back the carrying feeder. And then I go block, block. And he blocks those, and he doesn't take that much damage. Well, I don't think I'm going to block here. Take the 12. I kind of want to have the options with Noble Hierarch also, depending on what I draw here. Let's say I drew an image. I would want to be able to play... Yeah, and this way I can still play more guys. Okay, so now that I have 2 buffs, do I even just have lethal now? If I bounce this guy, he has 1 blocker. He blocks there. This guy goes up to 4, 6. We don't have lethal. I would have 2. I'd have 2 blockers. Block here, block here. I take 8 and lose. So I need to leave another blocker back. So, or just send back the carrying feeder. And then have 2 blockers. Boom, boom. Carrying feeder's back. Yeah, I guess that's how we're going to do it. Okay. Make sure we can do everything here. Yes. How do I want to... Yeah, this will be fine as human. Okay. Order doesn't really matter. Then our other guy. So we are hitting... I don't know why I did green there. It's fine. Yeah, so I'm going to hit carrying feeder. Also, this lets me draw into the deputy and just flat out win. If I had drawn into a deputy there, I would have won as well. Okay, he's sacking himself. Okay. I don't quite understand that, since he doesn't come back from the graveyard, but okay. I think I would rather have him in hand. But perhaps I'm not understanding what he's got happening. Okay, so we can now attack with everyone, block 2 guys. He has to block this guy. It's the only one he has to block. He's going to have a big graveyard. Like, this probably isn't going to work out. But 3 Vengevines, game 1 is tough. You're saying just freebooter here, huh? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think he has lethal next turn pretty much no matter what. Unless he has... I guess if he has a removal spell, he has lethal. So maybe we should have only attacked with 2 guys. What do you get rid of? Shriekhorn. 3 charge counters on it. Okay. Grave Crawler he's going to get back. Bloodghast he's going to get back. He's going to have a big field of dudes. But he's only got 1 card in hand, and he needs a removal to win here. And most of his guys can't block, and just the champ alone wins, and these two win. So even if he can block just the champ with all that nonsense in his graveyard, he needs something better than just a Bloodghast. Oh, the Bloodghast has haste. I forgot about that. So it takes me down to 2. What else can he come up with? Plays around removal, and he has to block. All right. Looks like we might get there after all. Oh, I guess he doesn't have to attack with the Vengevines. He can just kind of hang back. Though if he does that, he's on a 2-turn clock from the freebooter. So, I don't know. I don't know if he can really hang back. Okay. The pressure was too much. That's a little surprising. I really thought he was going to be able to beat us with the 3 Vengevines. That surprises me. Okay, so we'll put our champions in. Their key. The traps are critical, of course. Dismember is not that great. Bugler, I like. I'm trying to remember if I have room for Buglers. So we can get rid of the Thalias. The spells he does have or this person has are minimal. Definitely want to keep Meddling Mage. Meddling Mage is very good at naming Hogaak and winning. I'm going to get rid of the freebooters. There's not that many things to grab. It's nice to have the flyer over the top, but that's not our plan. Our plan is to grab stuff with Deputy, bounce stuff with Reflector, copy those guys, get stuff with Bugler. 2 other cards. This is another matchup where I'm kind of okay going down to like 3 vials. I don't think Vial carries the day in this one. It's not quite as much about speed as it is getting these options. One more card to cut. That's really hard. What was I cutting before? Maybe I only had room for 1 Bugler. Drop a Reflector. No, man! I can't drop a Reflector. That's the key to the matchup. We've got to be able to Reflector the Hogaak or we're going to lose. So for me, the uncuttable cards are like Reflector, Deputy, and Meddling Mage. And then because of those, Image is super important as well as the Aureox. Like I'd probably cut a Mantis Rider before I cut a Reflector Mage. I don't want to do that either though. Maybe I'll cut a Lieutenant, especially since we're on the draw. Like we're not going to be able to rush them down. I mean, Lieutenant's awesome. Don't get me wrong, but all these cards are awesome. All right, let's try this. It might be right just to only have 1 Bugler. But my theory is, like, Reflector Mage and Deputy are so important that I want to have 2 Buglers to be able to get them thin the deck, even if I miss, to get closer to them. What do you guys think? Should I have dropped that Lieutenant there? All right. So this is a 2-drop hand that I think I probably am going to keep. Being able to go champion, copy champion, potentially copy champion again, and then hopefully turn 3 Reflector Mage if he gets a Hogaak. It's not perfect, don't get me wrong, but I think this is worth keeping. Like I could mulligan hoping to get 1 drop into Aureox Champion. So you think I cannot keep this hand? Unfortunately, Aureox Champion isn't the just win like it is against, say, Mono Red or something. But it really slows them down and buys me just oodles of time when they bring in the Vengevine and I get 3 health. Or they bring in the Bloodghast back, get 3 health. Can't cast Champ and Image with the Cavern. You know what, Rigeld? That is not a bad point. Because of that, it might not be keepable. We are on the draw, though. By the time we get to turn 2, we'll have seen 2 more cards. We can always We can always pop the Horizon Canopy to get another one. Regaled. I think you've talked me out of it. I think I can't keep this hand. I really want to keep it. But we're not going to. Okay. This hand is also not good. Doesn't have a 1-drop, which is obvious. But the Meddling Mage on 2, if we were going first, I'd be way more tempted to keep this and say, bam, on 2 Hogaak before you can play Hogaak. Punked you. That won't happen. I still think I probably have to keep this, the Ravenous Trap. Like, going down to 5 and then hoping for the perfect hand, I think is not a great plan. Like, neither of these hands have been good. I'll just say that. But I think I think I'm going to keep this one. And this is where I probably need the most work, and is like, I keep kind of dubious hands like this. All right, which one of these do we want to keep? I think I'd rather have actually... I guess it doesn't really matter since we have the Ziggurat, which one we keep. I'll toss the Grove. All right, we have the trap. I think I just have to hope that they put Hogaak in the bin for the big turn 2 Hogaak play that way. I get to trap it, and then on turn 2 name Meddling Mage and slow them way down. I really could use a few Vengevines, like right now, to put 2 Vengevines in there. Faithless Looting, 2 Vengevines, and then I can just trap and feel pretty good. If he does do double Vengevine, can I seriously trap this early? That's dicey. If he puts a Hogaak in, I'm going to trap it. I'd prefer if he didn't put anything great in yet, and then I trap in a turn or 2. That's kind of perfect. I don't really care about Bloodghast at the moment. Like, I can hit Bloodghast whenever I want. Although I will say this. If I were to trap it now, it would mean he wouldn't be able to Hogaak. But if he does Hogaak, turn 3, I can Reflector Mage it into Meddling Mage. So I think that would be the way to go. Okay, and I do need to speed way up. We have to win in 3 games. All right, no trap there. Saving the trap for a better opportunity. Facebook is just going crazy with messages I don't care about. All right. I like that he's taking a lot, or this person's taking a lot of time. Okay, so we got another land. Oh, that's right. We don't have 1 trap. Why do we keep this hand again? No, we have plans. We have plans with this hand. This hand has plans. Okay. Comes the Bloodghast. I don't really want to see a Hogaak here. I'd like to be able to Meddling Mage naming Hogaak. Though he might just trophy the Meddling Mage and kind of wreck me. Oh, interesting. Okay. That's interesting. There's a Vengevine. Okay. This guy didn't get played though. Okay. This could be it. This could be our moment. Can we catch him here? No. There's nothing in there. Not worth it. If the person gets 1 Vengevine out next turn, that's not the end of the world. I am going to get to name Hogaak, which is pretty good here, with 2 Reflector Mages coming after. Pretty happy about that. Right, this is definitely a slow way of handling Hogaak, the no pressure version, but we can draw into the pressure. Alright, Hogaak it is. Alright. got the one Vengevine in there. Let's see if we can hit a really good trap. I think this person is probably going to go like Shriekhorn, play a land, Faithless Looting. That would be my guess. And after that will probably be a great time to trap. Because I'm assuming at least one more Vengevine would go in. This is why I like trap so much better than cage. Like if I had cage here, I would have just thrown it down, and then my opponent would have blown it up, and then we have nothing. Stitcher Supplier. I still don't think it's worth. Yeah, I don't think it was worth trapping there, even to stop the one Vengevine. It just doesn't seem worth it. He does have a really good board, though. We are definitely in trouble at this point. But I can Reflector Mage now, the Vengevine. So then he's going to have to do, like, Faithless Looting to send him back. And then at that point, it might be time to trap. This is the slowest way I could ever imagine to try to handle this deck. Do we need a wizard? We don't need a wizard. Alright. Slowest approach ever. Let's do it. Blue, white. Okay. Oh, waiting for... Alright. Vengevine it is. Bye-bye. Carrier Feeder can't block. Does that mean I attack with Meddling Mage? Sure. I think he'll block, or the person will block with Stitcher Supplier, which is good. We want all the trap candidates we can get. And in fact, if it was massive play here, I could just Ravenous Trap here, because that would be 3 in there. I'm shocked this person's not blocked. Okay, they're blocked. That would have been really surprising to me if they hadn't blocked. It doesn't help that my draws are butts. That's true. That does not help. I still feel like we might be able to pull this one out, despite some serious issues. Okay, a Gravecrawler. This is so unfortunate. Because if there had been a couple Vengevines in here, this would have been such a brutal trap moment. I kind of feel like I have to trap here anyway, because he's got Gravecrawler that can come out. He's got... It's really just Gravecrawler and a Bloodghast, though. I don't think I can trap here. Maybe I'm being greedy here, but I kind of feel forced into it because we have no clock whatsoever. That I really feel like I need a very good trap if I'm going to pull this one out. Shriekhorn's only 2? Yeah, that's too bad. There's Hogaak. Okay, that's 2. We'll love to see land drop into Faithless Looting. That would be kind of great for me. Nope. I kind of feel like the plan here is for him or this person to go Carrion Feeder, sack the Bloodghast to grow it. And I think at that moment I am going to go ahead and trap. That's going to be a lot of stuff in the bin. Only 3 in hand. Oh, I thought for sure it was going to be a sack of Bloodghast. Alright. No trap needed. Down to 11 though. More lands! Yes! This is not going well. I guess Reflector Mage on the Carrion Feeder is where we're at. This is not good though. Okay, let's do it. I'm going to play this as well. Next turn, that's getting sacked. This is just called hanging on for dear life and hoping everything doesn't explode. Okay. Do get to push a little damage through. Okay. Again, putting himself in the yard. I know it is so close to being worth it. I just feel like it's Vengevine is really the only thing we're terrified of. I think we're gonna get more. I know maybe I'm being greedy here, but I feel like we're gonna get more. Though I guess if the person just goes trophy on meddling mage Hogaak, we lose. So maybe trap before would have been better. Let's see what happens. I'm hoping for a faithless looting here. That's what I'm hoping for. Faithless looting out of the yard would mean we crack the trap. Uh-oh. Discard a card. Put a counter. Okay. Is another creature coming? If so, I'm in trouble. Discard a card. Okay, so that's 3, right? No, he hasn't. He didn't do Shriekhorn yet. If the person does Shriekhorn, I can trap and catch 2 Vengevines. If the person plays a dude here, I die. Wait, that's 3, right? You cracked the... Oh, I think that is. I think that's 3. That's at the moment, then. Boom! Oh, yeah. That worked! Well, that is what we won, and we got 3 Vengevines? Woo, baby! And it's in the middle of an instant moment, so it can't even play, like, the Gravecrawler out. Booyah! That's how you do it. Alright. See? That's what I'm talking about. That is how you beat Hogaak. Look at that. So we beat Hogaak with what looked like a pretty bad start. But we had the Meddling Mage, we had the Reflector Mage, and we had the Trap to be able to put it together. Alright. Whew. Alright. That was a good, tough match. I think that is probably where we're going to end today. I'm very happy with that last match. I feel like patience is what won that. If we would have played the trap earlier, we would have lost to 2 Vengevines. We wouldn't have been able to handle. We won that by knowing that the key targets were the Vengevine and that we were not going to win unless we could trap more than just 1 Vengevine. So we got the 3, we got the Hogaak, and then that was game.